Hi, it's Maryalice here with Women's Growth Network. And I just want to say hello. I've just wanted to look you in the eye and say you are amazing. And wanted to just share a little bit about this day, because in the States here, it's Father's Day. And Father's Day can evoke such great passion for some people. You know, they love their dads no matter how old they are. They call them daddy, and they still really love and appreciate their wisdom and connecting with their dad. And I have friends like that who just are, their dad is everything to them. And then there are others that whose fathers passed away, so it brings a sense of really missing them and grief and remembering all the good times of the closeness of with their parent. And then there are others who just ignore Father's Day altogether because their father was abusive to them. And it might be just the exact thing they need to do is just keep a distance from them. Um, and so there's just so many different ways people experience Father's Day, you know, and if you're married to a great spouse who's a great daddy and that's so fun and you're celebrating them today, that's so cool. Or maybe someone you know who's special to you, who's a good dad, you know. So I know my sons are amazing. My son-in-laws and my one son who's a parent and my other son who's a doggy daddy. You would think his dog was a baby. Anyway, it's just fun to honor them. But I also am sensitive and aware that for some people it's just a difficult time and they'd rather forget it altogether. And so many people have asked me about my story because, as you know, I was abused by my father and growing up sexually and physically. And I was from a big family, upper middle class, and nobody knew, and I was terrified. I lived in the silent terror as a child, and yet I still played with neighbor friends and went to school and had friends at school, and yet still felt like the biggest loser in life. I was so humiliated and embarrassed. I would have died if anybody knew. So anyway, fast forward to adulthood. Um, you know, I moved cross country with my family and would quietly honor my father on Father's Day, kind of obligatory. Didn't have a great relationship with him. And then when I got into therapy in the 80s, I really confronted him with the issue. And to my surprise, he was very, very sorry. At least he said he was sorry. I don't think it changed anything for him or his personality, but I think he knew psychologically or manipulatively anyway that it was better for him to apologize than not. So, and that was how I was hell-bent on just being forgiving and loving and just going on with my life and being the best person I could be and not letting my past hold me back anymore. Now, I still struggle with some issues, and I think till the day I die, there'll be things that come up where I need to work on. That might not have been about my dad, but other parts of my upbringing, which in some ways were really, really fun, and other ways very, very damaging to my self-esteem and my self-worth and my understanding of my place in the world. So I don't want you to struggle with that ever. And so to continue with my story, my dad's going to be 95 this year. He's old, obviously. He's old and he's really declining. He's blind. He's had a stroke. He can't talk very well. His memory is not very clear anymore. I mean, he can remember certain things and he knows who I am. He knows, you know, who his kids are and stuff, but he has a hard time remembering a long time ago. So he doesn't remember us growing up very much. So for him, nothing ever happened because he can't remember anything. So I'm like, why should I remember it? You know, I can rewrite my story. And I was committed to that in the 80s and 90s and to improve myself. Went back to school, got my degree in psychology and continued to advance my my education and my own personal growth and development. And I have my own coaches and mentors, and I do attend conferences, and I pass all this information on to you because I don't want you to live in silence with this anymore. I don't want you to have to struggle because I know you. You are like me. You have a very decent life. You might have a decent marriage or partnership, but yet you still struggle with humiliation and embarrassment, and you never talked about this issue, perhaps, whoever abused you. And we know that that's never the answer, because 24/7, that's embedded in you, and it's like a rudder. It's just running your life, whether you believe it or not. We can't ignore something like that away. It just doesn't go away. But I don't want you to live that way. And that's why I wrote my book, Shatter, Shame, and Shine, to help you and to help me. It was very cathartic writing it. And it's a short read, but it's very helpful because it's all the things that have helped me. Excuse me, I have to cough. Pardon me. I have kind of a dry cough from some of the allergies. I have some allergies. Things are blooming and it's getting to me. So I'm very sorry. I will do better. And I don't want you to have to struggle silently like that. And Shatter, Shame, and Shine, which is for women who silently struggle with their issues of childhood abuse and those who think they are not. Because when we pretend it away, we think we're not dealing. We think everything's going to be fine, and yet our life is anything but fine. So I hope you connect the dots, and I hope you do it in a good way, in a way that doesn't drag you down or make you feel bad. There's no judgment. And also the workshop, Change Your Aim, Change Your Life. It's an audio workshop, and you can find it at womensgrowthnetwork.com. You can read all about it, and I'm there for you. And I help you with education understand how the trauma of abuse affects the brain, which affects our psyche, which affects our subconscious, and then our whole personality. And you'll discover how part of you is still buried, but it's a good part of you that you want to unearth, you want to bring forward. So it's good, and I want that for you. I really want that for you because I know how I suffered. I don't want anybody to have to suffer like that. Okay, you are amazing, and you are a miracle, and you matter, and you must incorporate that in your life. You must believe that. I want you to have that. I want you to know that and understand that. There's so much inside you that is amazing that you still have to unearth if you haven't yet. So I'm here to help. And in the meantime, I hope you enjoy your day, whether you celebrate Father's Day or not. Just enjoy the day. Take some moments and just take some deep breaths and just emanate this golden light of love within your heart, your soul, because we have God within us. And we need to sit with that and connect with that. And that's why you matter so much. You have gold in you. You've got so much inside you that is amazing for the people around you and your family, your friends, your workplace, your community, your city, whatever it might be, whatever gifts and talents you have to offer. And that's why you're a miracle, because you're here for a reason. That's what makes you amazing. So have a great day. Enjoy the day. Take care, and blessings to you. Let's connect soon. Bye for now. Maryalice with Women's Growth Network, and you can find me there. Or Maryalice at womensgrowthnetwork.com. I want to hear from you. Take care. Blessings.